Hi, I'm Chris Levesque. I'm the president and CEO of TerraPower, which is an advanced nuclear energy company based in Seattle. It was great to be here today to talk about advanced nuclear and its role in the carbon-free grid. We're big fans of renewables. Wind and solar are helping us get our electricity grid off of carbon-producing sources. But wind and solar are intermittent, and that means we're going to need even more nuclear in the future. Nuclear energy has been providing 20% of our electricity, and as we double the electricity demand while we electrify the transportation and the industrial sectors, that's going to mean we need more nuclear. Now, it turns out that the nuclear plants we have today in the U.S., most of them are based on 1970s technology. It's really time to unleash the innovation that's been happening in companies like TerraPower. We're going to be building our first plant at a retiring coal plant site in Wyoming, and that plant's going to be online in 2030. And we expect a rapid ramp up of the delivery of these plants around the world during the 2030s. TerraPower is an advanced nuclear energy company based in Seattle, and we're focused on innovation in nuclear science. It turns out that because nuclear is so regulated and has a really risk-averse culture, we haven't been innovating enough in nuclear science. And the world's challenges in energy and climate change are too great for us to take this whole field of science and not move it forward. We've been pursuing those changes at TerraPower, and we'll be building our first advanced nuclear reactor called Natrium in the state of Wyoming at the site of a retiring coal plant. We've been taking the electricity grid in the US and in other advanced economies for granted because it turns out demand growth on the grids have been fairly flat the last few years. We take it for granted that as our demands on the grid from our homes and from our industry change throughout the day, that those electrons will be there. But in the coming years, we're really going to be stressing that grid because we're going to double electricity demand as we move to electric vehicles and to industrializing or electrifying the industrial sector. That's going to double electricity demand. At the same time, we're going to be retiring all of these fossil plants, with 25% of coal plants retiring by 2029. And that's great for emissions reductions, but we're also going to be losing the 24/7 generation that those plants provide. Nuclear provides that 24/7 generation safely and economically. And with advanced nuclear, we'll be able to add even more benefits. For example, Natrium, our reactor, has built-in energy storage, which really makes it optimum for operating on the grid with wind and solar.